4 elements and their use in magic. In most systems of magical working, you will find mentioned the 4, or sometimes 5, elements, often in conjunction with their directions or, as they are known in magic, quarters of the universe or cardinal points. Together and separately, they are extremely powerful sources of energy and can give a tremendous boost to your spellmaking. The 4 elements are energies and manifestations of energy that make up the entire universe. They also influence our personalities and therefore what we do. Magical working calls to each elemental kingdom and its ruler to protect each cardinal point and its properties. Each element has an intrinsic power and is known for having certain qualities, natures, moods and magical purposes. Each also has positive and negative traits. The 4 elements are earth, air, fire and water, and you may well find that you work best using one of them in particular. People drawn to candle magic, for instance, are using mainly the element of fire, while those who work with incense are using air with a fair smattering of earth in the herbs and resins. The 5th element is that of spirit, which is the binding principle behind everything. Sometimes known as ether, it is, on the whole, intangible, yet is that which makes everything happen. You are both its representative and its channel, so in using the other elements in magical working you have a responsibility to act wisely and well. Earth. Traditionally, the direction of this element is north, and the color normally associated with earth is green. It is represented on the altar usually by salt or sand. Crystals, because they are totally natural substances, can also be used. When invoking earth and the powers of the north, you are looking for recovery and healing and perhaps trying to find answers to questions. These powers deal with gaining knowledge, blessing, creating and shielding. When working within a magical circle, this is the first corner or quarter on which you call for protection. The principal nature spirits of the earth are called gnomes. They are said to live underground and guard the earth's treasures. Other groups within the earth's nature spirits ruled by the god Pan are brownies, dryads, earth spirits, elves and satyrs. Air. The direction of this element is east and the color usually associated with it is yellow. Incense is often used to represent air, since the movement of the air can be seen in the incense smoke. When you are looking for inspiration, need new ideas or perhaps to break free from the past or undesired situations, you would use this element. The quality associated with it is that of thinking or the use of the intellect. When working in a magical circle, air is the second quarter on which you call for protection. The sylphs are the air spirits. Their element has the most subtle energy of the 4. They are said to live on the tops of mountains and are volatile and changeable. They are usually perceived with wings and look like cherubs or fairies. One of their tasks is said to be to help humans receive inspiration. Fire. Fire is the element of the south and is usually represented by a candle or a cauldron with a fire inside. Its color is red and its associations are to do with power, determination and passionate energy. You would call upon this element for protection from evil forces, cleansing and creativity. The quality associated with fire is doing and it is a male principle. It is the 3rd quarter or cardinal point on which you call for protection when working in a magical circle. Without salamanders, the spirit of fire, it is said that physical fire cannot exist. They have been seen as sparks or small balls of light, but most often they are perceived as being lizard-like in shape and about a foot or more in length. They are considered the strongest and most powerful of all the elementals. As nature spirits, they are greatly affected by the way that mankind thinks. Out of control, salamanders can be considered dangerous. Water. Element of the West and is represented by a bowl of water or a goblet of wine or fruit juice. Its color is blue and, because it represents the giving of life, is associated with the elements of sea, rain, snow and rivers. When you need cleansing, revitalizing, the removal of curses or hexes or change of any sort, you will call upon water. It is to do with emotions, right through from the most basic passions to the most elevated forms of belief. It is predominantly feminine. It is the fourth and final quarter that you invoke in any magical circle. The undines are the elemental beings connected with water and are beautiful and very graceful. The nymph is frequently found in a fountain, and the mythical mermaid belongs to the ocean. Some undines inhabit waterfalls, others live in rivers and lakes. Sometimes smaller undines are often seen as winged beings that people have mistakenly called fairies. Spirit. When you feel you are sufficiently adept at using the other elements, you may begin to use spirit, the fifth element. This has no special space but is everywhere. It should never ever be used negatively because, particularly when you are weak and tired, it can rebound on you. You may well find that you instinctively link strongly with the life force as spirit, in which case you are probably succeeding in bringing all the elements together within yourself. There is no particular color associated with spirit. Perception is all important. If you choose to represent spirit on the altar, you may do so however you wish. You are free to use your intuition, and you must have a very strong awareness of your reason for choosing that particular symbol.